The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult.
Wait here. I will handle this.
After 3 mainline entries, just as many spin-offs, and the odd feature phone game, God of War is back. Everyone's favorite mass murderer of the gods, Kratos, returns for a new adventure on April 20th. This time around, a lot has changed. From a new camera angle to a revamped combat system, here's what you need to know about God of War for the PS4. God of War will run just fine on a regular PS4. What we showed at E3 was running on a standard PS4. The game is designed for the standard PS4. You don't need a PS4 Pro to play it, tweeted Cory Barlog, creative director on God of War at Sony Computer Entertainment's Santa Monica studio. This was in response to a fan question on what the game will be playable on. Safe to say, there will be some visual enhancements for the PS4 Pro, such as an enhanced resolution and perhaps HDR. But the fact that Barlog stated that it will run just fine on a PS4 has many PS4 owners sighing in relief. And if you're wondering about the lack of the pre-release gameplay demo, Barlog and his team are hard at work on the final product. He believes that demos pull a month or two away from the final game. This time around, Kratos' weapon of choice is the axe. It can be used as a close-range weapon as well as casting spells such as an area and effect frost attack. Kratos can also throw the axe at foes and recall it too. Furthermore, the axe can be used to gain loot and obtain items that would be unattainable. The second is hand-to-hand combat that allows for the game's more visceral moments. And yes, the game has a rage meter. It ties in with the plot that tries to humanize Kratos in the presence of his son, so as to channelize his rage where it's needed, against the Norse world's many monsters.
Show me already!
Yes, sir!
Kratos' son gains experience and levels up as well, and one of God of War's key themes is survival of the son and father across a Norse landscape. Much like Uncharted 4, don't expect any cutscenes, with gameplay and cinematics merging seamlessly with no camera cuts in between. Also of note is that this is the first God of War game without a jump button. Considering that traversal has been core to the God of War experience in the past, this is an odd move. It appears that Sony wants to take a completely different approach. According to gaming magazine Game Informer, Kratos will use boats to traverse the landscape. Keep in mind that the absence of a jump button doesn't necessarily mean that Kratos can't jump at all, or that there won't be platforming sections in the game, only that players won't be able to make the character jump directly. However, it does sound like the focus is on keeping Kratos' feet on the ground and following him closely through the environment, which makes sense considering the closer camera in this game. The God of War developers recently explained that players will have the choice of taking on some of the game's big bosses head-on or avoid them in favor of sticking to the mission at hand. This change marks the first instance in the franchise featuring big boss fights that are optional and could make for a bigger, more comprehensive game with greater replay value than past titles. It's a nice touch since multiplayer doesn't seem to be making a comeback after its superlative debut in God of War Ascension. Finally, developer Sony Santa Monica isn't building up the Norse mythology in God of War for a single game. It should come as no surprise that God of War game director Cory Barlog now explains that, with this game, I think people know that we're going to be here for a while. Barlog also reveals that, when he chose a story, he chose it because he had an outline and mapped stories for multiple games, adding that there's an arc in his head that goes beyond this game, and everything that they're doing in God of War goes beyond this. Moreover, the developer explained that Atreus isn't just along for the ride. As Kratos' son, he knows multiple languages and is able to help his father understand what other characters are saying, as well as reading the literal writing on the wall. So although Barlog admits that he's just trying to get this game done, the news here is that there could be much more in store for Kratos fans in the near future. Thanks for watching this video. Check out Gadgets360.com for all the latest gaming news, reviews and features, as well as Transition, our weekly gaming podcast where we discuss the world of gaming in depth, and Talk About Games, our weekly gaming show. Also hit the notification button to be the first to know when videos like this go live, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter too. Thanks for watching.